Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Logitech Win Series Season 4, the Valorant Quarterly Tournament Division B. We have match number 70 today. It is going to be Team Notorious taking on WG Malevolence. And as usual, joining me on the cast is going to be Might. Hi, Might.
Hello, Tara. I am
Uh,
here.
yeah, we had a good break. We had a long weekend where we didn't have any Logitech Valorant games, and we are back again on Monday with this game. Let's take a quick look at the rosters actually. So, this team, Notorious, I think we have seen this before. This team from the previous quarterly tournament, if you remember right, we did see this team before. Uh, Team Malevolence is a bit more of a new team, I would say. Have you seen
We
this team?
did city, yeah, we did city Malevolence in this tournament itself,
Okay.
especially the likes of Man 65 and Void. Void was on the duelist, if I am right, because I remember him putting up good stats for his team.
Yeah.
Now, again, interesting, both very new teams. I want to see how they're going to perform, and that's the thing with Division B, right? Like you have all these new blood coming in, and play styles are very different. The ideas and stats they initiate are very different, and that's something that you want to see for a game like Valorant.
True, true. And with that, we do have the game starting up. Let's head on into Agent Select here. It's going to be on Haven.
Okay,
Yep. We're
nice.
not going to see. We're not going to be seeing any more of Ascent, thankfully. And it's going to be Notorious on the defender's side and Malevolence on the attacking side. Should be an interesting game, especially being able to see a match on Haven rather than seeing all games on Ascent. It's going to be a change of pace, sure.
That I very much agree. Now, again, we want to see whether teams are going to run double duelist on Haven, which is, it's almost as if the double duelist meta, especially on a map like Haven, is falling off because of how hard it is to defend the map with the new execution patterns that they're coming up with. So I want to see, okay, in instant we are seeing a Killjoy lock on the side of Team Notorious. That is interesting because Killjoy not again one of the more favored agents in Haven because of the range problem. But but Killjoy can easily be one of the best anchors when it comes to holding down important significant choke points in the map like Garage and
Select
the link
your
areas.
agent.
Of course, we actually do see the double duelist pick up on the side of Notorious as they are going to go for a Phoenix and a Reyna alongside a Sage and a Sword. Interesting, they do not have a controller. Now, that's quite concerning because Haven playing without a controller, not sure whether that's the best decision.
I actually like the lineup coming out from Team Malevolence a lot better. Especially the combination of Astra and Cypher instead of the Killjoy and Sage, which we are seeing the difference on the side of Team Notorious. And even the duelist, Phoenix, Reyna, obviously Phoenix is a lot better on Haven, but I would prefer to see maybe like a Phoenix Raze instead of a Phoenix Reyna. But
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade.
Might have the upper hand in terms of composition here just because of the Astra pickup.
Yeah, Astra is very powerful on Haven. I think significantly more powerful than Omen or Viper because of how quick Astra is in being able to fake outside. Unlike control like Omen. Like Omen can throw up those fake smoke, but the problem with that is you have to wait for the recharge. Now Astra smoke, the nebula recharge is very quick, which gives so much possibility for those quick picks, and also the dissipate, which is very interesting as well as the sword art in Ceylon is not going to reveal anything. Start just broken down as it comes so awesome. Walking in
there.
That's trying to actually decide the seaside. Quick take off the seaside here as they are taking it aside. Jet takes down the Soa inside. Owl King.
Spike planted.
The fall back with the shock down. Gonna get the heal off. Senzawa. In CT. See anything, they're gonna have to try and go for the retake. The fight is down. The first kill coming up the side of Team Notorious as they were going to the retake, but so
Last player standing.
he's just hitting all his shots. He's gonna take 3. And he's waiting. He sees the killjoy. He's gonna try and hide inside the nebula to get the turret. He's not going to get the 4th. What a round for him as he just charges up half his Empress, and that's gonna be 4 kills for the side of Team
I mean, we saw the Sova worshipping him at the end. The rest of the team seems to be worshipping him. Yes. I'm your own.
Those were all, they were just. The thing is that, especially those 2 kills on Kusiki that he took, all of them were just straight up headshots with the pick. The play, Warpenguin was almost confused as to where the shots were coming from because the picks were perfect on the side of the soft spot with that jiggle pick. But we are going in now for the second round, the gun round here for the side of Team Malevolence.
There.
Again, trying to go for the same kind of split, but this time we have 2 players walking across Warpenguin. Made his way all the way up into a shot. That's a lot of information, but Team Notorious has left Garage now. That's not a good sign because if Garage is taken freely, just like what Malevolence did right now, it's gonna make life so easy for them. And Money has taken down the inside sauce box. Out the rain. There's our able to get
Last player standing.
It's the wrong time, and that's this time coming in as Benzawa's left 1v3 has a Spectre. As stage wall as well, if he's able to take out one player in the back of the game to do something fun. Put in, suck in it, out. But the wall gets taken down immediately. Spike him just target, but the whole drone does not. Benzawa has done a lot of damage on this round.
I will not
Takes out one. Doesn't take out one, but he's gonna get spammed down to from 3 long. But that's a lot of damage on the side of Team Malevolence. Losing 3 players, and all 3 of them having caught up to Spectre. Not really the best observation. But
very expensive round coming out for Team Malevolence. They were not expecting it. It all started with that pick off onto the arena by the Sage. I think Senzua got that initial pick off on, and then the Phoenix with the flank getting a kill as well. Very expensive.
Okay,
round.
let's get set up.
an interesting buyout here is one player is going to be stuck on the Marshal for the side of Team Notorious. Boss with the ghost.
I think that is because he's trying to go for an op the next round. Maybe that's probably why the save is coming out.
Zava is not. He's actually gonna fall back off of that nebula. Has to start placed on him. He gets the headshot on the sauce box. Things gets taken down. Outing. Trying to get a kill, but Void. He's able to get the kill, but
Spike
nice
down
shot
mid.
there from Stuart to get the kill on Void. Again, trades happening in front of the site as it's actually Malevolence who are feeling good here, but one of the players on the side is very, very low. Warp and Win made his way up there. He's gonna hear all this noise. He's gonna try and walk into the charge. We expect him to be there though. No, he's actually gonna rotate back into free long. Try and take that control.
Spike planted.
Ariwa 69 has an
There
idea
they are.
that the players are here. Lot of information. Money misses the shot. He's actually not going to take a shot finally in the end. The Spike has gone down advantage on the side of Malevolence. I'm not sure how they got
Last
this in
player
their favor,
standing.
but Warping is trying to make his way into sight. Denied here by Money. It's down to Forest of Jura. As he's going to walk into one. He doesn't shoot one. He doesn't take two as Money with the flick on. Unable to make that perfect flank work by Jura.
That's an even more expensive round for
Team Notorious. Yes,
yeah, because they full bot and we did see Team Malevolence on like a half buy-ish. They were on sheriffs and whatnot, and that was a very expensive round because that is their buy round that they lost, and now they're forced into a full save almost.
Need a
Going
drop.
to be just
Thanks.
Ariwa is going to be on the judge, a naked judge by the look of it.
Money does have the blades from opting not to use it. He's trying to switch the Phantom, trying to stay the blades from off for a save round, which is again a good decision when it comes to using those ultimates properly. but do they expect the Killjoy to be the obvious because he has a frenzy? It is probably one of the best guns to have in this situation as well. Target is front of the that one. The Nanostorm is up here in front to try and stop these 3 players inside to place the back of the side. To get clear, not for Sojourner gets one.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
He did see him, but yeah, oh yeah, it's a cleanup. It's a cleanup here from the side of Notorious, from the side of Malevolence. Take apart Corporate Win. Left alone in a
Spike
1v4
planted.
has a fantastic
No charges left.
some damage.
Careful now.
Gets spotted and has to try and fall back here, trying to recover a gun at least, but it does not seem as if that is going to be possible for him, as well as he is going to try and go into shot and surprise one of the players trying to go for exits.
I think he's looking for exit frags at this point. Not
Hey,
very
he's
clear.
just walking in. He definitely has not avoided them to save his teammate. But Malevolence with 4 rounds on the back.
Yeah, seems to be a very fast game coming out from them. They don't seem to be
Need a drop.
lurking around too much, going in for these very fast executes. They might slow down now because now this is the full gun round coming out from both sides, and we do see the operator coming into play from Ivar on the side of Team Notorious. But sadly enough, it's going to be another A hit by the looks of it from Team Malevolence. They haven't been defaulting as much. I know they are now going to go towards C side.
The fastest because when it comes to defaulting as well at this
Caution here.
As Arrival holding C long, dude. That's a
Revealing
nice use of
area.
dissipate to get himself on the other side of the C long. Do they expect Warp and Win up this close? Arrival is gonna make his presence known with the operator. He's gonna fall back off of that, but do they expect
Deploying
Warp and
drone.
Win here? This positioning with the operator and the player up in this C long copy is huge. If they do not check him, Warp and Win, they're not using any utility to build him up as well. Look at Warp and Win. He's gonna use the curve to get
I
into
know.
side, but he gets taken down there by the Sova.
Spike down, C.
Yeah, to frag out as he gets taken with the operator. Malevolence 2v4. The walking operator is actually gonna run back into the A side by the looks of it. As Kunai on the Sova is waiting for a push in from A dot, but no such push is happening out. They have
30
cleared this
seconds
corner
left.
before he can fire off a shot from the judge, and they do.
Cutting their reach. Last player standing.
He's gonna get clearing, but he's gonna get
Spike
taken
down,
out there. Arriva 6-9, he's gonna get detected by the sword dart. Not decided not to break it as
One enemy
one
remaining.
is gonna get the second Killjoy. That's the third.
10 seconds left.
The resurrection comes into the side of Killjoy. The lockdown might be in this, but we are not sure. He does need to. He's gonna spot one player. He knows that one player is coming from Courage. Does he expect one to come from? He knows that both players are, but he cannot clutch it out. But that's a lot of damage on the side of Team Notorious as they take down 3 players. And the resurrection is invested in a 1v1 situation as well. So that's a lot of damage for the side of Notorious. Although they did win that round.
Yeah, a lot of significant damage being done. They did manage to recover the op, so the op is still going to be in
Can I
play.
get this?
They do have money to buy up. I think it's just going to be
Thanks.
Forest of Jura who's going to be. Okay, they are going to buy up for him. So it's still going to be a full gun round with the operator still in play from Ivar.
Placing swarm grenade.
Killjoy is going to be setting up at C side, and it's going to be a hit, and the op is here now.
I was 6-9, not able to get the
Standing
hand of the
ahead.
shot. He's gonna try and fall back off that. Recon doesn't get a lot of information, but look at open win position. 2 open wins already up in
Take flight.
the back of spawn. He takes on Void and he falls back immediately off of that. Kunai has the hunter, so he might try to go for a quick clearance though. Ariwa gets spotted. Here invested this blind. He actually blinds him and he's going to try and fall
Enemy
back
down.
with a quick rush cover from the jet.
Shot down.
Oh, what a shot there on the operator. Oh my god. Ariwa on the operator. He's
Out of
holding
charges.
down this ace site, not letting anyone come in.
Scanning ahead.
And rotation has gone off on the side of Malevolence onto the back of the C-long area, but that Jura is gonna get spotted here by the
Bomb
respawn
grenade
dart,
out.
but that's gonna
One enemy
only
remaining.
one player, but the spam is good for the retake out tonight. And unlucky for the Astra did not do anything, as that's gonna be the second run going the side of Team Notorious. Huge plays coming from RE169.
Yeah, massive plays coming out from him. Basically, single-handedly winning two different rounds. Now, even in the previous round, he did go down, and the team ended up losing a lot. But it was him who got those open
Alarm bot
kickoffs
out.
to turn
Placing
the game
swarm grenade.
in their favor. And both these
Placing
two
swarm
rounds have
grenade.
been in the back of his op shots right now. This time around, he's going to be playing in mid. With the off, he's going to get boosted up by the Sage.
Ooh.
Interesting wall.
This
Revealing
is something
area.
that you usually see a lot of stages do as well. Use their walls to create those weird off anchors with the operator. But again, who said the operator is not viable on? He's viable only on jet. Look at Ario on the SOA. He's just making it work. But
Out of charges.
okay, he's actually
Deploying
gonna get the
drone.
shot off. Such good reaction time point. He was actually going up against Cypher. The spike cap as well. He's able to take two. Money though has already made. He's running down C long. He's clearing out all these angles. I'm just scared for him though. I'm scared for him. He's gonna get spotted there by the turret. He's gonna get the nano swarm. He's doing such a good job. Slowing him down. So of the lockdowns invested immediately, but they do have the hunters to the counter. They do not use it. Try to not use it. But they look up it, they are going to the plant.
Last player standing.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're taking the plant, but 2 kills, 3 kills. Coming on to the side of Team Malevolence. Not the final play on the Astra, and now he's gonna put the knife onto his brain, as that's gonna be Notorious with the third round to victory here.
Flawless.
Notorious coming out of the flawless here, coming
Let
back
them
strong
run.
into the game, going maybe able to get an equalizer here, because now the eco on the side of Malevolence is not looking that good. They are still going to have enough to buy up by the looks of it, at least on a few players. No, but they are going to be saving. Interesting. No, they will buy. So they will buy on 3 here. We do have the 4th buy also, probably on Kuna. He who has the money. Yes, he also is going to buy. It's just going to be the Jet who is going to save, because he does have his Blade-Storm up as well.
Get out of my way.
Then Money is very broke right now, which is why he has to invest the late storm. Now Rondo is gonna clear out this player in Sweet Hobby. Open Win has to try and escape this. Let's have the third ball. He's not gonna escape as Kunai gets pick off onto him, but that's gonna be immediate.
Spike
Two
down.
trades as
C.
Arima also
One
trying
enemy
to
remaining.
kill on of his own. He's gonna get the one through the smoke as it's down to the final play. Oh my
Take
god,
flight.
Kunai left in a
Caution.
1v4.
Down.
Kunai gonna get one. Gonna get detected by the foul drone. That was shock does, but he's gonna get spammed from behind. No, he's gonna take down the killjoy. A quick flick there. He's trying to ace this round, try and win this. Not able to get the jump pick working as out
Standing ahead.
there with the Vandal shots. He was way too low for that jump pick. But again, Malevolence getting shot down immediately by this operator on the side of Ariva. Ariva almost seems to have the perfect read on whatever side they decide to go. This man is there with his operator.
This time around, it looks to be they are going to be going middle, and we do
Protect
have
our
the Sage
homeland.
boost coming into the game.
Again, this is very infuriating to me to watch. Have a SOA having so much success on this
Revealing
operator.
area.
But Ariva is making it work, and I'm liking how he is being very he is using his utility as well. It's not something like he's being passive with his utility and using the operator max effect, but he's also being very good with his utility, throwing the recon dive, then going for the peak. But Forest of Jura escaped the attack from the spike cap, which he's not going to reveal his
You want to
position.
fight it?
But he has an Odin and he's waiting for someone to peek out of his shot.
Satisfied.
Doesn't see anyone, but since Zava is able to get the kill on Money, that's the jet shot now. Cosmic Divide invested on the side of Ailing by the Astro.
Stealing sight.
I lost here as they do get the kill onto the Reyna. On the defending side, Void with the kill on the Weapon, but the immediate trade with the Odin, but Source Boss is good for 2. And it's gonna leave it down to Senzava in a 1v3. Senzava gonna get 1. It's not for 1v2. Link is gonna spot 1. The operator shot's not hitting. Does he expect White to be a camp on this side? Yeah, it does not, and that's gonna be a perfect pick coming in from Void at the exact time. And that's gonna be the 5th target on the side of Team Malevolence. Almost lost the plot there as they did lose 4 rounds consecutively, but managed to bring it back somehow. Try and take the 5th round. Again, very close game here on both sides. Both sides, going on streaks almost rounds, playing off the momentum that they are getting.
Yeah, now it's going to be money on the operator having been given a free op. But Arivar has managed to buy up for another op as well, and he's going to be holding down the C side. But it's going to be a hit.
And look at the amount of utility here on the side of A side. Killjoy utility stacked around A, waiting, almost expecting this push. Artemis has all 5 Astro Stars, not opting to invest anything as the Owl Drones covers out a shot, tears it up. Kunai walking in, has the Hunter's Fury. Again, 3 ultimates on the side of Team Malevolence, which are of, 2 of them are of very high value. Neural Theft and the Hunter's Fury. Warp and Gwyn rotating into the A side, holding down A shot. But look at the spike. The spike's moving all the way back into the C side, into the open hands of Ariwa. Now the thing with Notorious is that they haven't seen presence here from the side of Malevolence, which is why they are becoming very complacent with this operator. But Ariwa on the back of C is actually gonna get 1. Again, they keep taking this operator without clearing him at the initial point, but he's gonna try and get the first shot off onto Kunai, not able to hit
30
it
seconds
as
left.
Again,
Scanning ahead.
check we saw off battle. Not something that we see every day. As the Owl Drone is gonna get invested here to try and clear out the long Warping. Look at Warping's position. Warping is gonna hear all this information of players rushing
10
down this
seconds
side.
left.
That's gonna give him enough time. As if he gets the timing right, this could be huge. But money on the operator gets 1, but Warping Queen on the flank gets 2. Warping Queen, and that's gonna be defenders winning. The time limit not working. The time was the 6th defender for the side of Team Notorious. Warping Queen on that flank, doing so much work to stall that plan from happening. Winning the round ultimately on the side of Team Notorious. Again, it hasn't been just all flashy, curveball out of garage window, rushing down, hot hands out, molly out. It hasn't been flashy based from Warp and Gwyn. But I like how Warp and Gwyn playing Phoenix. He's playing Phoenix as almost a passive duelist on defense. And as I say, in the front, to get information, he gets 1! He gets 2! He gets away with 2! And look at that, off that, one of his teammates are gonna take control of it. So that's the kill choice. Warp and Gwyn wants more, he's hungry, he wants kills, he sees 2, he's gonna pause back though. Understanding the curveball is not the best sort of flash to try and use that to go for increment challenges, as Malevolence are going to try and walk up into C-Long. Actually going to walk in, spotting it. 2 players still, they know that this is going to be an A hit by the slow orb and the hot hands doing so much work. Often going with the spam through the box, not getting a lot of value off of that. But look at the positioning on the side of Team Notorious. Look at the Reyna's position. And as expected, he gets 1. King is in the spawn literally, and he gets taken down, but a little too late. It's a 2-4. As they are
30 seconds left.
They're actually trying to push Barrage here. Is Team Malevolence. They have 2 players in a side, 1 player rotating onto B, 1 player in
One
Barrage.
enemy remaining.
Now, Senzava wins the round. Senzava had the perfect read, had the aim, and had the timing.
Last round in the half.
And as he takes the 6th round for the side of the Notorious. Again, last round of the half resurrection after the Java.
You might see an even half
Valorant.
going into the second half.
I'd love to see, especially on a map like Haven, seeing an even half is very, very.
Wait, can
It's
you have
almost
two melee
chaotic.
weapons? I did not know this was possible.
Yeah, this was the. This is the blade that came with the Forsaken bundle. There's a blade of prosperity and the blade of. I don't remember the next one. That is so good. But yeah, it's the blade of prosperity. But look at Warpen Queen! Look at Warpen Queen! Warpen Queen is gonna get two! He's gonna get two! He was in check! What trigger discipline is this? As they take down one player inside, it's down for 2v5 already. Void. Artemis still gonna get one, but what else can he do? When I look at the patience on the side of Notorious, they have Owlking still playing inside garage, expecting that rotation. But the spike is down in a long as Artemis gets one.
I know
gets two.
exactly where you are.
Which is on the side. He don't have tried down for 2v2. He's not gonna, the span's not gonna work out, but they do not have the spike. He has to try and run down into C-Long to get that
I
spike.
have the spike.
That's gonna leave him very vulnerable. He has to try and smoke out Heaven if he's gonna try and come into this. That will get the run up.
One enemy remaining.
As the shock
Spike down A.
Ariwa is just on fire today, but it's down to the low HP side to try and do something here. But 2 HP on Void, clutch opportunity, 14 HP. He sees one, he's
10
gonna get
seconds.
he's gonna get stand out with the operator.
Caution here.
And it is going to be several rounds for the side of
Switching
Team Notorious. Now, the thing with having a good half on defense on Haven is that it relieves so much stress on your attacking side because you don't have to fight from a deficit. And Haven is relatively a more attacker-favored map.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
right
the
here.
10 most attacker-favored map right now in the game. But I mean, first is of course Fracture, and now it was Haven initially, but then Fracture came in. It's like, you know what?
I mean, Icebox is pretty attacker friendly.
I mean, with the new change with the B side box being unspammable, I think it has become a lot more attacker favored. That I do agree with.
Revealing
Even
area.
before that, it was pretty attacker favored. But having said that, they do get information on the jet holding down at his side. It's going to be a full air push coming out.
Funny, it stands through Nebula not getting anything.
Shock dart.
Ariwa, shock dart.
Wow, my cage thing.
Void has the spike and got through. But the camera gets taken out immediately. Money again has to try and do something here. Has to
Look
try
at
and
the
go
fake,
big. Spikes all the way in C. Oh, if you look at the minimap, they only have this one player in C long making all this pressure. And all the rotation and his kills from Notorious. They realize that Team Malevolence, they are desperate to get.
One down.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
One, but Ariwa. Sauce Boss versus Ariwa. Nova versus Rain on the time, not in favor of Sauce Boss. This one, Ariwa walking in from the back. Has he taken enough time? The Sauce have time. No, Sauce wants to stop. Taken down from the spike. Team Notorious get the 8th round.
A 0.4 second. This should be the 9th round secured as well. They are going to be able to buy up. And actually not going to full buy. No, some of them are. I'm not sure. Owlking is going to be on half shield, so is Ariva. He is going for looking to get that operator later on, so he is playing that half shield. Marshall, Senzua is also going to be on a half shield Spectre. It's just going to be Jora and Owlking on full shield Spectres here.
Again, You can't keep Arriva out of the story. He just keeps appearing in almost every possible scenario, coming in clutch for his team. That's something you want to see, especially from your Sova, because if your Sova is playing well, that means you are winning half your clutches, or more than half the clutches. But that's going to be initially, that's going to be initially shown by the side of Team Notorious as their two duelists open up the side. The
One
plant
enemy
down in the
remaining.
back of side. As King is just cleaning up everything. He gets 3 on the round, and that's gonna be waiting for a push coming in. Money left in a 1v5. Seems as if the round was very quick for him. He didn't have any time to react, and that's gonna be out with the 4th kill on the round. Charging up the Empress already. 9th round secured for them. Terra.
And this is going to be the first buy round coming out from Team Malevolence. If they do not win this, they're going to be in all sorts of trouble. Artemis, though, I think she did buy up last round, so he is going to be forced to play a Spectre this round. For the rest of the team, he is going to be able to buy up 2 ARs. Bonus round for Team Notorious, though.
They're walking into Source Boss here, trying to push down A shot. Not the best. Hey, Source Boss. Hello? Yeah, it seems as if the Source Boss is actually having connection issues. Oh no, this is so annoying. What? As they can actually take down Source Boss, no problem whatsoever. That's a rifle to be recovered as well. It's down to 3v5 already, and Kunai has to try and find a way back to the side for his teammates. But look at the position of Ariwa.
You should
not
run.
actually able to get a lot off of that. Stopping the push coming in, that trigger lockdown plays down immediately to try and secure this bonus round. And again, Kunai gets taken down there by Sidua, and Void as a Phantom is, not the best decision to try and go for this right now. Artemis still gets 1. But then again, Team Notorious can afford to throw bodies at this point. Take out the weapons. Warp Penguin does not do a lot.
One enemy remaining.
Void, but Void's gonna go in with Activist and Void. God gets together for a few kills, but they're gonna have to try and fall back with the pressure mounting in from the spike. Explosion as the clutch goes in for the Killjoy. Jura on the side of Notorious at the time. That was a really well played post run, because knowing that it was a bonus round, they kept doing 1v1s at the 2 players coming in from CT to stop up the push coming in immediately off back of the lockdown. And
yeah, and taking those close range fights with the Spectres obviously more beneficial for them, the run and gun, allowing them to be able to get those kills, and again being on a bonus round just forcing the enemy team to lose so many of their rifles in turn. They did manage to recover 1, or save 1 rather, but they did lose the round, so it's going to be another buy round coming out from Malevolence, where the rest of the team is going to be forced into a save on the side of actually the Team Malevolence forced into a save, whereas Team Notorious is going to be able to buy up here, and we do see another, again, the operator coming up online on the attack as well.
Then Tech Boss called here to try and get Source Boss back online again. Source Boss disconnecting right in front of that sewer's entrance really did put a dent in their entire game plan, because that was a free rifle recovered for the side of Team Notorious. But again, they are 10 rounds now, not the best of situations for the side of Team Malevolence. They did start out the game in good fashion as they took 4 rounds. We talked about how the composition wise as well, how Malevolence has the upper hand, but it's simply been Ariva with the operator in the back of C just stopping any sort of C aggression on the defense that just held down this game. And again, gonna see some intense camera work from Terra, as he's gonna try and give us a little scenery of Haven, the map itself. Again, talks about 100 Thieves still being dropped from 100 Thieves roster. You hear that, Terra?
Really?
The buzz in the chatter in the Valorant community is that Steel is probably gonna get dropped from the 100K roster. Now, this of course breaks my heart because I am a huge fan of Steel. But again, doing such a move, especially right before the last chance qualifiers, it's very questionable as to whether this would be true. But again, that would be very interesting to see what they're gonna do after that.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we saw Sick actually making some comments during his stream about trying to join a new team to become a Jetman because he's been forced to play non-duelist agents all the time. But we do still have one of the players that has disconnected. Just waiting for him to reconnect. I think, yeah, it's still Sauce Boss. So I think he hasn't reconnected yet. Interesting. The game has resumed back up. So they are going to
Decided
be
to
one-man
just
shot.
Jura. No, Sauce was actually in a shot again.
Yeah, but he has DC'd yet again.
No. Oh no, that is the most painful thing. You're like, you get yourself
Careful.
connected and then it doesn't work out. But look at Cesar. Look at Cesar. Sorry, taking control of garage as Jura gets the big Killjoy running into side. Gets one.
Cypher
Breath
removed.
Void taken by Cesar with the two second and opening up the
Remove.
C
Ooh,
side.
the
He gets
flick.
two. He gets two. He gets. Doesn't he get three? He doesn't get the third as
Block the
Money is
sight.
there with the spam. But
Sauce
Money's
Boss is back
blinded
actually.
there by the miss.
I think he is back. Yeah, he is back.
And look at this rotation on the side of Team Notorious. They're already all the way back in their side. They know that the Killjoy is dead, so there's no way, there's no problem with the utility being online. They're just gonna walk their way in their side. That's gonna be a free plant. But look at the positioning. Look at the
30
positioning
seconds
working.
left.
He's just waiting for this shot.
Joke's
But he's
over.
spotted
You're
here
dead.
when he's gonna lose the fight. But look at the amount of time he's bought and the amount of damage he's done to Money. This, and look at Walkman is all with this forward. He gets taken down. The run it back, not working out. But that's gonna be information of both players coming in from the defender spawn area. And they're gonna try and play back inside. He's gonna spot
One
the
enemy remaining.
Shot is huge. Only spots the second as well. It's down to 5 players. He's doing all he can, and that's enough time for Ariwa to get that pick off with the operator, and that's going to be 11 runs to the side of Team Notorious.
Looking to close things out in very convincing fashion here, and now it's going to be Team Malevolence forced yet again into another save, but they are not planning on saving. They can't afford to save here, and they are going to be forced buying this inspectors by the looks of it.
And they do have the Blade Storm for the side for Money, and that could play a huge part. Now with the Jet nerf though, you can't just run in and try and get a kill with the right click and then fall back get another, because the right click just takes away all your knives. You're gonna have to try and depend on the left click or to try and get a kill off of the right click and then recover the
Enemy
stun.
tagged.
But Kunai though gets spots one player, but they cannot stop this a push. So as Owl King is on the side, not able to do anything as he gets triple pick by 3 players. Void can use the neutral theft, gonna spot out all the players.
Careful.
As Money is gonna make a rotation on the back of Suicide, but sends the shot through the barrage goes on to the. So are gonna go for the plant here. The quick plant at the B side. The resurrection is online for Sensava, but not expecting Void to be stacked up at far up. Ariwado is able to take revenge for his teammate on the back side. Sauce was doing a lot of work. The blades on Money. He's not played. Not one blade. Let's try and do something with this. He doesn't get
One
it.
enemy
Shot.
remaining.
He comes in, Bobby Penguin. He's able to take the one, but the shock does not work as the diffuse comes in by Sauce Post the Ninja diffuse as they get the 6th round for themselves.
What do you need?
Finally
Decided
managed
to
to
just
get some.
take their diffuse.
Yeah, finally managed to get some points on the board now. Hopefully this will be their part to come back, because they are going to be able to buy up, and it's Sensu actually calling a timeout now.
interesting decision by Notorious to call a timeout here, realizing that they have to try and keep their momentum going. If they lose this momentum that they've been having on the attack side, it could snowball very quickly because Malevolence does have a really good defensive composition. So if they let them take control of this momentum that they have been having, things could look a little bad for Notorious. But that's why they're taking the time out. They're discussing their problems. They're waiting to see and try to figure out what they have to do. They have a resurrection. If we check out the ultimate progress, I think the Killjoy is very close to her lockdown as well.
Killjoy has around 3 points more for the lockdown, but they do have the resurrection online for Central. They are looking to go towards the east side by the looks of it.
Again, a quick A push. All 5 players. This is going to be a rush into the S side. Money has to hold strong here with this Ariwa though. With the operator holding down A long. This operator on Ariwa is very scary because Ariwa is not scared to take those impressive angles, especially knowing that he's a slow and he doesn't have the ability to dash off like a Jet does. But Money spots 2 players. The Milan is not going to be cast. Money with 3! Money with 3 on a shot. What was that, man? What was that? As he takes 3. This is just a shot down here for the side of Team Notorious as they just get. I don't know what happened there. Money with the perfect timing and the straight transfer to get 3. It's down to 2 players on the side of Notorious. Wondering what the heck happened to the rest of their teammates. A pile of dead bodies lying in that sewers area, waiting to be washed off into the drain.
Caution here.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop with that little metaphor I was going with, but they are going back into the A side. Beg your pardon, to the C side. Ariwa gets 1. Kunai, here's the player in front of Amen, as the hot hands are gonna be interested to clear out the back of Barrage. Stop that. Doesn't get anything, he's gonna try and pick Ariwa. Kunai! Just try and pick Ariwa, but not paying dividends for any of the sides as
10 seconds left.
Actually, as Ariwa gets another, they might be able to go for a spike plant here. Money is on the flank. Can they take down Void? They do take down Void. Sound to Money in 1v2, but they don't have the time to plant the spike. Money wins the round literally. Ooh, he takes those 3 initial picks and he eats up enough time to stop the spike from going down by not exposing himself. That is so huge from the side of Team Malevolence as they take the 7th round. That is going to be a little bit of a lifter for them as well, especially for Money. I mean, he just shot up to the top of the scoreboard with that spray transfer.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we don't see a full buy coming out on the side of Team Notorious here. They are forced into a bit of a save.
Ariwa gonna get spotted here by the recon dart. Void has been doing a good job of holding this C side from the post pushers. Now he's been finding it a little hard to stop the initial rushers into side, but he's been really good at holding the side once after the mid round ends. But Owl King on the classic, trying to go for a slight peek, doesn't see anything. Again, the lack of smokes really stops them from taking aggressive control without closing out by, you could just close out heaven if you had a controller, but they do not have that luxury. As the Leah is going to be invested, the Gravity Valley is going to be on Owl King almost gets the kill onto Money, but Money with the flicks on the Vandal, he is feeling himself. They are walking into side, Void with the spam through the stage, gets 1, he's gonna get spotted by the recon, but
down,
he's not dead as he gets 2 on top of that platform. Holding a crossfire with his with Kunai.
30 seconds left.
This is just too dangerous for them to go through. Ariwa has the operator as well. Just probably gonna try and save it. Bike down in the middle of C side.
And the plant will not go down. They will save the
10 seconds left.
Rifle both. them to find another day because the eco isn't that good, so they don't want to
Scanning
push the
ahead.
plant here up against the 5 players.
Again, Malevolence stringing up rounds together on this defense hub. This is what I said. Momentum can be such a shift when it comes to, a little ninja diffuse right here and there, a little time clutch. That's all you need for a huge momentum shift in Valorant because of how quick the rounds are, how varied the rounds can be played. And they are going to go in for a C hit here by the looks of it as
Right
they
here.
posture up 3 players outside C. Long. Ariwa, this is going to be a fake recon tap. He's going to get information of players in A side, and they're going to try and fall back off this pop and going. Goes to the initial peak, doesn't see anything. Fall back, 2 players walking into garage, expecting that push in, not seeing anything. Going to be 2 players in A side, 1 player. Source boss in B. So do they try and aggress source boss here? They do not have information enough to do that, but Ariwa on the operator trying to go for an aggressive push. Senzawa has the spike. No, it's actually Open who has the spike. Senzawa is waiting for an alien push. If Senzawa holds this position until they can go for a plant here, this could be huge for them. The lockdown is going to be invested here by Exura. That's going to give him enough space to get into side. The Leah is going to be invested. Out here across the side. Here, probably lost no money though.
Spike
There's
down
other
A.
friends. He gets 1. Artemis gets another. It's down to 3v5 already. Can escape the lockdown.
You will not kill
30
my
seconds
ally.
left.
Resurrection comes in the side of man. A little too greedy there by the side of Money
Spike
as
down
he
A.
gets taken down. Toss boss. Malevolence now at a disadvantage. Ow! Sauce boss with the what a time! What a well-timed
10
peek,
seconds
guys.
left.
He gets the kill again. They have to
Spike
plant
planted.
here. They do get the plant down finally, and they don't
Last player standing.
go with that weapon with
One
the
enemy
kill on
remaining.
Void. Sauce boss gets 1. It's down to a 1v1. Ariwa gets spotted. Sauce boss against Ariwa. Ariwa has the Hunter's Fury as well. He's probably going to try and play the Hunter's Fury at least for this round. Not deciding not to go for the aggressive peak here. He's actually going to invest it right now. Not going to stop the player. Just tag out 1. He's able to tag out, but no, Sauce Boss is sticking it.
Shot
Sauce Boss plays it
Clutch.
so well on the radar. That is what you call a high IQ
Scanning
play.
ahead.
Realize what he did there. That is so Sauce Boss. What he did was he escaped the first pulse, escaped the second pulse, and he got infected by the 3rd pulse, but he decided to stick it because there was no 4th pulse coming in. So that means the Soa has to run all the way from A long with the operator to try and pick him up, and by that time he has enough time to go for the defuse. Actually well played here by the side of Sauce Boss, using not just good aim, he's just having the better brain here on the side of the server as well.
Revealing
And he's
A.
going to be 9th round from the side of Team Malevolence. He's gonna get this shot up onto Void. That is a quick hit with the operator. And Senzawa is gonna get 1. Those boss still gonna get spotted here by
Spike
the
planted.
opposing Reina. And keep the aggression metered. Leah invested in garage. And they will come against Owl King. Has the Empress as well. The target will get immediately. Money on top of the box gets taken down by Sauce Boss again. It's down to Open Queen in a 1v2. As the curveball is going to invest
Last
it.
player standing.
If you stand Open would be the clutch of a lifetime as he gets to closing out the round 12th
Match
round on the
point.
side of the Notorious. Huge play there by Open Queen. The curveball. Perfect timing with the curveball to blind both
I need a
players
drop.
outside. Able to get the kill on a diffuser and goes to the challenge as well on the final player winning that gun battle. That's going to be 1 round left for them to win, and Notorious will be looking to close it out in this round itself.
Let me show you how the boss does
Yeah,
it.
match point for Notorious and tournament life hanging in the balance for Team Malevolence. Let's see what they can do with this though.
They do have the Blade Storm and the Neural Theft charged up again on the side of Team Malevolence. Although King has the Empress,
Cutting their
Empress
vision.
could be very useful when it comes to those post-plant positions. As the gravity is going to be tested, and they can try and get a kill off of it. That, oh no, the Arctic with the Ares gets huge impact with that as our Void gets down, takes down Ariwa. It's down to 2v5. And the Neural Theft's going to be invested as well. Notorious is going to charge up the hunt, run it back in the meantime to try and save this Vandal for the next round. No real reason for them to aggress unreasonably. They're going to try and hold on to these guns. I think Jura would try to recover a rifle for himself. He started protecting him from a C-long push.
Not going to be an easy one here. 2v5 left, and
30 seconds
we'll
left.
see Kunai holding down A long as well. Best option would be probably to go B here, and we do see War Penguin moving towards B. The sounds were made. It's good, but War Penguin has his number. Will take out one. Going to maybe swing again.
10 seconds left.
Oh, I hit
Last
that.
player standing.
Oh no!
Spike down.
Yes! Back the clone on the back of Astro's body gets one open with the flicks around the 80 days around the globe, but not able to get the final frags. But oh my god, that was close. He had the hunt run it back as well.
But sad part is Malevolence was not able to recover the operator, so they are going to be playing without the op. But it is going to be Team Notorious still on match point here.
Yes, this should do.
Okay, Notorious.
That goes there.
Gonna
This
be
goes
on a
here.
weird buy here for
Ah,
this
this is a
round.
nice spot. That goes there.
Obviously running high off of those high intensity individual plays here from the side of Notorious, waiting for those aggressive pushes. Again, gonna be an A split here. The Cosmic Divide invested immediately in front of A short and C long as it cuts out any sort of free entry into the site here for the side of Team Notorious. But the thing with investing in the Cosmic Divide this early into the round is that it gives you enough time to counter-strike it as well. But Ariwa is waiting right beside Source Boss. If Ari was able to get this shot off with a Sheriff, rifle recovered could come up huge for him, but no other plans for him. But War Penguin and Owl King though in A side has other options as they take down two, run it back, getting so much value as the
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade
That's
out.
gonna be Notorious. A 4v3 advantage on their side. Oh no! Those was on heaven get one onto Owl King, just looking the complete opposite direction. Artemis, he's in the defender spawn. He's gonna hit the rear try and walk inside. The
player
curve was a
standing.
good. That's 2 kills for the two players inside, and Notorious gets a
Attackers
victory on this on Haven to close it off. Huge victory here for them. Hard fought almost. I mean, they did. I mean, it was very clear that at the start Malevolence was on top, but they came back and they came back strong, especially on the initial runs on the attack half, putting up quite a hefty lead. And I mean, Team Malevolence did almost make a comeback, but stopped here by the likes of War Penguin and Ariwa, especially War Penguin on those last few rounds coming up huge for his team.
Yeah, and I think hats off to Ariva, especially during his defense. Operator players were absolutely on point and finishing it up with 21 frags under his belt. And War Penguin, even I think we saw some interesting flicks coming from him left, right, and center during that B-side push. But I mean, sad life, we did see Malevolence lose Sauce Boss in 2 rounds. The start, like 1 round completely, and then the start of another round. So that obviously affecting them as well. But in the end, good fought out game here. But Team Notorious coming out on top. And guys, so that was game number 1 for the day. We do have another match coming your way at 10 p.m. So do stay tuned in for that. And again, guys, this is the Logitech Play to Win Series season 4, the quarterly tournament. We do have a lot of quarterly tournaments courtesy of Logitech with a prize pool of 135,000. And again, if you are in the market for some new peripherals, do check out everything that Logitech has to offer, whether it's mice, keyboards, mouse pads, headsets, controllers, whatever you need, they have you covered. I myself, I actually did find my box of the G502 here, which I'm using right now, and it is being used on a G240 mousepad as well. So there you have it, guys. I'm speaking out of experience. These stuff are really good from Logitech. Y'all can try it out if you are in the market for some new peripherals. Having said that, we'll be heading out for the time being. Do join us again at 10 p.m. for the second game for the day. But until that, it is going to be me, Tara, and my board signing off. Catch you guys at 10 p.m.